I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur too. So, entrepreneurs, like, today I might be all right. Tomorrow I might be like, man, fuck this shit. So that's really it. Like, for real, on some real. I think I've always had like this knack to like just like do for myself, I guess. Like want to be successful, right? But I initially sold cars for a minute, so that was my thing. Like I was a car salesman because I'm just a natural talker, and after a while, I just was like, yo, I'm not really like, I wasn't like feeling it like that no more. And my boss had fired me. I never forget he fired me, and I was like, yo, good looking. He was like, what do you mean good looking? Like, I was like, yeah, it was just like, I needed this. I needed you to like get rid of me because I would stay here for the rest of my life. In the car business, you end up making 100,000. So you start feeling like, oh, I'm making 100K. And then you start feeling like, man, I probably can make more than 100,000, And then at one point, my homie was just like, yo, let's do something in the hood. Let's do like a clothing store. We initially talked about a seafood spot. And that's just because I like seafood and shit. So we was like, yo, let's do a seafood spot. And then we was like, yo, what if we did a clothing spot? And that's when my brain came about the crate. I mean, when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing, right? So I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just sell some brands, shit like that. And then after a while, making t-shirts. And I was like, yo, I think my shit hot enough that like a nigga like Ye will wear my shit. Like, and they was like, bro, you get carried away. And I was like, bro, I could get Kanye in the tee. Month and a half later, I had Kanye in the tee. So, right? So, like, when something like that happens, you like, okay, so my words are powerful. 2020 was, of course, like a rough time because, businesses and things of that nature. And I just kept pushing through. And, we've had all type of people. I got my man Cole. He rocked the stuff, water stuff, music videos, album covers. And, I mean, you name them, Pusha, Jadakiss, they rock with the brand because I'm from New York, so they feel that energy and that's always dope. But being an entrepreneur, of course, like now my mind, of course, I get back to that same point when I was working in the car business. And I'm like, okay, I made 100,000. You take a business that's in a rough neighborhood to $1 million. You're like, all right. What else do I got something I could, if I could do $1 million in this neighborhood, what could I do if I was in the city? My entrepreneurship thought process is like, how do I get to 100 million? And after I get to 100, how do I get to bill? And not just to have money though, right? But to be able to do cool things for my neighbor. Like my neighbor I grew up in, the kids don't really have that much. So my mind is like, when I see deserted areas, I'm like, damn, I could put a rec center here and just, if I could get the money from, the state to be like, all right, well, just give me the food, fund this, that's how my mind started thinking. I don't really think I only want money just to, yeah, of course I want a Ferrari too if I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, who don't want a Ferrari if they could, right? But if I could do some shit that I could leave behind and is impactful for the neighborhood, that's what matters more to me. Sometimes it doesn't happen right where you at. My partner used to always say, the other girl used to always say, if you sit right here in the store, how's the store growing? If I'm sitting here right now with you, it's not growing. You got to get around some people who already did it. Because they can just give you game right how to get right. Let me take you to the money. This is what you was trying to get. You trying to get to the money? Let me take you over there. They arm around you and just guide you. And you be like, oh my God. We need that. I never had a mentor. I wanted a mentor. I wanted somebody I could just talk to and could just tell me, Terrell, why you spending that much? Somebody said to me one time, he said, yo, you at the top of the bottom. Like you the illest nigga in your hood. But you're at the bottom. You're at the top of the bottom. I'd rather be at the bottom of the top. Pause. Everything in the neighborhood is just like Geno's. It's Big Fried New York. It's the barbershop. But here I am creating a brand. We got Jadakiss pulling up out here. We got Mr. Cheeks performing in the back of the store. Oh, it's energy. I'm bringing energy to Far Rockaway. But then you also got that mind frame where you like, all right, well, if I stay in Far Rockaway, am I able to really bring the resources? If I stay here, what am I doing? I'm gonna be Geno's now. Or I can go outside. It's like you go fish and you bring the food back to your family, right? So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, if I stay here, I'm gonna be stuck with them. But if I leave, I could come back and really energize it the way my mind understands. So I give you an example. My man, Rich Dennis hit me, right? Rich Dennis is the owner of Shea Moisture. This man's a billionaire. He calls my phone. He loves the clothes, loves the brand, right? He's selling soaps. And this is the guy I spoke to about it. This is how I knew what to speak. Because I was like, yo, I'm about to talk to Rich. What do I ask him? He like, yo, ask him how did he know when to pivot, right? So he's selling the soaps for $2 on 125th in Harlem, right? They complain about paying $2 for the soaps. And it's really because maybe they can't afford it, let's just say, right? Or maybe they just don't see the value of you because the you only worth $2 on this block or less than them, right? He take the same soaps he's selling to Macy's for $10. Some of those same people who complain is now buying the soaps for $10, right? So if I stay here, I devalue myself a little bit. I gotta go. The money is not just for me. Once again, it's not just for me. It's to be able to give a kid hope that come from that neighborhood. Oh, I could do it too. Because coming from there, all the people that we had, the stack bundles, the chinks, we lost them. So me, if I stay here, shit, God forbid, I got to get up out of here right now. I got to get up out of here so I could be able to bring the fish back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it go through my head like, damn, but I know I'm coming back. They don't know I'm coming back. They just think, oh, Rel's just DJing and he's just running. Nah, I'm working. Annoying him about making me a new logo. He knows, right? So I'm working. It very rarely bothers me because I know what my intentions are. If I felt like, oh, I just Far Rockaway helped turn the brand up and I just disappeared, then I would feel like, damn. But other than that, it's just, I'm a very, how I express myself. I give it all, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you might feel like, but it's like, nah, I got y'all. Give me a second. When I was growing up, I used to see like them do hollers there. I used to see Jam Master Jay. I've seen LL, and they used to do hollers there and the shit used to be dope to me. It was like, oh, but in my mind, I always felt like if I could do it, I want to do it on an extreme level, like something that's like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't understand why we would want money other than that, like to really like, Felton got the Brooklyn Combine that he does. Like, I love that shit. I love that. Like, I love seeing the kids in the neighborhood. When I see the kids, Team Cray, and they like, yo, I'm like, all right, give me a sec. Let me figure it out. Whenever I ask for money or anything from any of these people, any of these big corporations, the first thing I say is, what can we do for the kids too? Like, because I can't feel right just taking $1 million from y'all and not being like, yo, could we put 100,000 back into something that these kids is doing in the neighborhood? And I think me coming from that neighborhood and me not really needing my whole life, like my mom's had a good job and my father had a great job. So it was like, I didn't really need, but I always used to see people around me and I was like, damn, I feel like this neighborhood like needs a little bit more. So it was always in my mind like, all right, if I could do more, I'm gonna do more. I was working in the interim of me having the brand. I started steam fitting. Steam fitting, are you familiar with steam fitters? They do sprinkler systems, high-rise buildings. They also do the mechanical systems for HVAC. So my father's been in that for 40 years. He's like, yo, you gotta make money, blah, blah, blah. The West Indian talk. I don't got no problem with it. Cool. Make $150,000 a year. You feeling good? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. One day we at work. Kid says to me, we talking about clothes or something like that. And my man's like, yo, bro, know about clothes? He got the crate. Dude looked at me and said, he don't got the crate. We come like a bum every day. But I used to come to work just on some regular, who cares? I just walked off. Came back from lunch, he looking for me. He's like, bro, you got the crate? I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like, bro, what are you doing here? Like, bro, I'm trying to get some money. He like, bro, you are the money. What are you talking about? Knew about the brand from the first moment it came out. He's like, yo, bro, what time you wake up in the morning to come here? I said, man, I be waking up like 4 o'clock. He like, bro, when the last time you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning for yourself? I was fresh. Like, I was still like, you know, shrugging shoulders. Like, it was good. Like, calming down. Clip on tie, high waters. And one of the dudes was like, the boss was like, get rid of him. Like 2 days in, he was like, get him out of here. He was like, nah, that's the guy. All these people in here, his personality, gonna sell the cars. I used to sell most cars. Cause I would just, listen, if you don't want to buy a car, just listen, just do me a favor, stand up, hit the door. And when you ready, cause you could buy a car from anybody. But if you fuck with me, then you buy from me. So I just take that energy and I just run with that for the rest of my life because that's just how it works, you know? When somebody invests in you, they don't invest in the business, they invest in you. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of just stay with this energy, with this body. And that, like I said, it sold me cars. It helped sell clothes. It helps me get gigs to DJ. Bro, I was like a fanatic. Like, this is like deeper than like just some DJing shit. Like, I don't know, cause how I just like took off so fast right now, people be looking like, how the hell? But I was a 5-year-old, and I'm gonna let my pops do this one day, but I'm gonna just tell, right? I had an uncle, Dave. He's married to this woman named Michelle at the time. Never forget, walked into his crib, and it was just there, the coffin, like, what is this? He said, oh, this is the music. And I was like, oh, I want to see. And he dropped the needle, and I was like, yo, I want to do this. Like, I remember it to the day, like I want to do this. You just know when you like something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time you see, like, we go to grown people parties. These times, it wasn't really like babysitters and nothing like that. So all the kids would be inside the house, and I'd just be standing next to the DJ all night long, watching every single movement, the way his fingers moved. It was just a disgusting infatuation. And one of my father's friends was like, yo, take that kid to, you know, so-and-so Brian's house. And Brian is like an uncle to me. He was like, take him to Brian's house. And I was like, oh, he's too young. And he was like, no, take him. And he took me, and they seen it in my eyes. They was just like, oh no, this kid's, he's crazy about this shit, you know? And the person who was really training me, he ended up getting killed. His name was Jason. Like, probably never seen nobody as good as him, like, in my whole life. Like, even me, I still aspire to be as good as what he was. But, you know, I was like into it for some years, but I was only doing like more like West Indian stuff. Like, you know, my family, reggae, soca, that type of stuff. And then I opened a store, and I kind of like, cause I never did it for money. I kind of was just like my uncle would be like, yo, take $100. And I'm like, I'm good. He'd be like, why? Like, yeah, cause I don't do it for money. I do it cause this is what I love to do. Like, I take that very serious. Like, if I practice every day, it'll probably be a little 30 minutes a day, but I'll give it something every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not in the crib, I come back and I ain't touch the turntables in 3-4 days because I was away, I'm going to go on it for 2 hours and just practice. I'll practice the same scratch for 2-3 hours. Same song, just cutting it, trying to get it better, you know? Like, so that's just like, it's almost like meditation as well. So people look at me, they up there, like, it's like, I'm dialed in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I tell them, it's like you watching the 7-year-old boy again. You know what I'm saying? You're watching a little kid do that. You're not watching a grown man. You're watching somebody who's very passionate about that. That's why I had to stop. I didn't make no money. I made no money doing it. So imagine you're doing something for 15 years. You make no money doing it. And then out of nowhere, it's like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. And then people are like, well, they want to book you for, and it's like, nah, like, I'm worth this now, like, right? And Clark said it. Like, I was like, yo, Clark, I can't believe. He was like, yo, bro, it's because money is not the main thing for you. You put your all into a set, so now it's like, that's why you worth the money, right? So he was like, yo, every time you go out there, like, just don't play from the mind, play from the heart. Everybody who has a laptop now is a DJ. And I can't really explain to you how much I love this with a laptop. So I'm gonna just fall back from this. Cause I'm also in places like, why is this person on the set right here? Right? Like why do they have this person DJing? So I'm just like, I gotta fall back from this because I have too much emotions in it. And I got my friends along the way that would be like 3 dire friends that were like, they see me do something and was like, oh no. And that's my man Rel, my man Reem, my man Ferg. They would, every time we'd go somewhere, they like, and not together, but like separate occasions, like, boy, if this guy could be in here spinning, then I'd be like, I'm good. And I was with Clark Kent, rest his soul, and Kiss one day. And I was saying it like, bro, I know how to spin, bro. Like, and Clark was like, yo, don't tell me, show me. Because everybody could say they could know how to spin. And Jada, on a separate occasion, maybe like 2 weeks later, was like, Rel, I ain't gonna lie, you really pay attention to that shit. And if the detail that you pay attention to it, you got the skill set, you're out of here. And my partner looked at me and said, yo, what you need to start? I said, some needles. Just to get back in the groove. He was like, all right, let me get you the needles. 2 weeks later, he got me the needles. When you see me bring 8 crates into the spot, and I'm like, yo, stop talking to me right now. I'm in the zone right now. Stop like, you know what I'm saying? I crack a little smile. I don't be like dancing or nothing that behind the DJ set. I'm dead serious behind this bitch. I'm working the records. My mind is 5 tracks in. I'm like, all right, so after I go here, I'm gonna go here, then I'm gonna go there, then I'm gonna go here. All right, let me pull all 5 of those so I can move now. Usually that's a second man job. You need another man to pull for you because he's watching the crowd while you playing. But me, I'm doing everything. I'm like, all right, watching them. My brain is just working like, all right. And that's just my creativity working like, all right, where I want to take them. How I want to deal with y'all niggas right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like and I feel like those people should be in front. And that's just it. That's just it, bro. Like, that's just it, bro. And that's for everything. Like, if you ain't taking a serious step the fuck out the way, unless somebody who really love doing this shit show you what it's like. Something about it. It's just, it feels good. Like, it be days, person that hit me like, oh, what you doing? I'm about to go to hit the gym real quick for a little bit. It's just like, bro, yeah, you're at work. You do what you gotta do. I'm doing shit. I'm on niggas' heels right now. You don't have to worry about me. I'm going to get some money. One thing for sure, and 2 things for certain. I'm gonna figure out how to get it's just leisure. I'll be like, oh, I'm about to go hit the spa real quick, midday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go get some money though. I'm not just gonna go chill in the spa all day and be like, I'm in the spa. I'm thinking, who said they had something coming up? How am I gonna get this production to the lowest cost? These are all the things just going through. Where do I want to spin at next? Just like, all right. I don't really chill too much, but I'd be like, entrepreneur, you kind of, that's why you get to hire, if you could hire people, if you could get enough money to hire people, you could get them to kind of, you could just keep doing this all day. Because if you do this all day, my homies, they got a golfing brand called Eastside Golf. I don't know if you heard of it. Nigga be like, yeah, bro, we on a golf course right now. I'm about to ask a nigga for about $3-4 million. This nigga's playing golf. He's talking shit. Playing golf, asking for money. What a life. But whatever you going through, I be going through the same stuff. Just know that. But you got to fight through. You got to keep pushing. Because you never know. Like, I always say to my man, I was talking about him earlier, my man Currens, I'd be like, yo, Currens, I'm fucked up right now. I'm broke. Got no money. Like, I be going through it. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, yeah, well, Lord, shit. And one day it all changes. So you got to stick it out. A real saying of, you got to weather the storm for real. So that's really what it come down to. I just be like, yo, I know it's coming. Like, because I believe, because that's the first step, right? Like, when I tell you with the Yate, it's like, I know. No, I know. Like, you can't tell me. Like, how you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me when these thoughts is they ain't in my brain for no reason. God ain't just drop some thoughts in my brain. Nah, it's because I know you feel it right here. Deep down, you feel that shit like, oh, nah. I'm one of them. And because we all feel like that. But are you ready to go in the room and get a couple no's to really show that you him? Like, how would you want to exist? See these things and not say, damn, I wonder how much work is put in to get these things. And really, it's not that much work, right? Only thing it is that what we said, get in the game and assembling that team, right? Because you're going to assemble that team and you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to pay everybody good, make sure everybody's straight. And I'm going to get that because I worked for it. They don't know that I was in the trenches. When people be like, yo, why you won't be in the hood? Like, yo, come pull up to the hood and this. I be like, nigga, I was in the hood for 8 years, nigga. Like, where was you at? When I was opening this gate every day, standing in here, we ain't making $1. No, I need that. I need to go. I need to be over there. I deserve it at this point. I played the block for 8 years. Like a nigga selling crack on the corner. I was there. 8 years. I was there. 8 years. Trying to like figure it out. Hustle my way up out the hood a little bit.